case number JVB1061, Lopez case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Ms. Lopez,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Judge, I have a really great daughter. However, we have a kind of a bad situation. My daughter seems to be so busy sometimes that I think she knows she's a mom, but she kind of has other responsibilities that she's kind of putting in the forefront of everything. And so it's the last 2 years, it's kind of gotten difficult for me. We have one baby girl. Her name is London, and she's almost 2. And my daughter is trying to go to college, work, be a mom, and everything else that she wants to be. And so it's just gotten to a point where it's kind of ridiculous because I need some assistance financially, and unfortunately, I'm not getting it.
Okay. All right. And do you pay health insurance for the child?
She is on Medicaid right now because we qualify for Medicaid.
All right. Okay. Anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
That's pretty much the brunt of it. So I'll let her speak her piece and see if we can maybe find a resolution today.
Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So I am a full-time student, college student.
Okay.
So I'm spending most of my times, at nights going to school. But on top of that, I also work for the university during the day.
What do you do?
I'm actually an intern, full-time intern for the psychology program. And so.
Is that a paid position?
Yes, it is.
How much are you paid?
Well, I just got a promotion.
That's
to
good.
50,000.
Okay.
Yeah. I just feel like I work, all day. I go to school at nights. I don't come home.
Congratulations. We all work all day.
Yeah, I don't get home until like midnight, and I don't really see why it's a problem that my mother, the grandmother of my child, has to.
Well, because I'm not the one that got pregnant on prom night. You wouldn't be having this problem.
Okay.
That wasn't my decision.
Okay, but you're my mother, right?
I
you
had
always
one
said
child.
you wanted a grandchild, didn't
I
you?
had one child. Yes, I wanted a grandchild, but it would have been nice if you would have got married first and had someone to share the responsibility with, not me.
I can't do it by myself, though.
You're not doing it by yourself.
I'm trying to use that money, right? So that way I can pay for my tuition for college.
Well, I can appreciate that, honey, but you know what? Your main responsibility is being a mom.
I agree with your mom. This is your child, and you said something very key while you were talking. You said grandmother.
Right.
You're her child. She raised you. It is not her responsibility to raise your child.
Right.
It is your responsibility.
I just feel like I don't really have to owe her anything.
You don't feel like you should pay your mother? If your daughter were going to daycare, you would be paying the daycare, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you feel like they should be paid?
Yes.
They're taking care of your child, looking after your child, changing diapers, feedings. They should be paid, right?
Right.
Your mother is doing everything I just named, correct?
Yes.
So it logically follows that she should be paid too.
This is case number JVB 1061, the Lopez case. Thank you. You're welcome. You all may be seated. Miss Lopez, yes ma'am. You brought this case before the court. What's going on? Judge, I have a wonderful daughter, but we're dealing with a difficult situation. My daughter gets so busy sometimes that although she knows she's a mother, she seems to place other responsibilities ahead of that role. Over the past 2 years, it has become increasingly difficult for me. We have one baby girl named London, and she's almost 2 years old. My daughter is trying to juggle college, work, being a mother, and everything else she wants to accomplish. But things have reached a point where it's becoming unreasonable because I need some financial help, and unfortunately, I'm not receiving it. And do you pay for health insurance for the child? Right now, she's on Medicaid because we qualify for it. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I hear from her? That's basically the main issue. I'll let her speak and maybe we can find a solution today. Yes, ma'am. I'm a full-time college student. Most of my evenings are spent in classes, and during the day I also work at the university. What do you do there? I'm a full-time intern in the psychology program. Is that a paid position? Yes, it is. How much are you paid? I actually just got a promotion. It's good. I make $50,000. I feel like I work all day and go to school at night. I don't get home until around midnight. I don't really see why it's such a problem that my mother, the grandmother of my child, has to help. Well, because I'm not the one who got pregnant on prom night. If you hadn't, we wouldn't be dealing with this. That wasn't my decision. Okay, but you're my mother, right? You always said you wanted a grandchild. I had one child, yes, and I did want a grandchild. But it would have been nice if you had gotten married first and had someone to share the responsibility with. Not me. I can't do everything by myself, though. I'm trying. You're not doing it by yourself. I'm trying to use my money to pay my college tuition. I appreciate that, honey. But your main responsibility is being a mother. I agree with your mom. This is your child. You said something important earlier. You said grandmother. She is your mother and she raised you. It is not her responsibility to raise your child. That responsibility belongs to you. I just feel like I don't really owe her anything. You don't feel like you should pay your mother? If your daughter were in daycare, you would be paying the daycare, correct? Yes, ma'am. And you believe they should be paid? Yes. They would be caring for your child. Changing diapers, feeding her, watching her, correct? Right. Your mother is doing all those same things. Yes. So logically, she should be paid as well, correct?
Right?
Yeah.
So what's your issue?
Well, she uses her money for the school loans, and I can appreciate that she doesn't want to have school debt.
Right.
But
Yeah,
now
that's a
that
good
she's
thing.
making more money, she's going to have to give me a little bit of that. They live with me. The house is paid. We don't have that bill. So I know she wants to be responsible and not have any debt, but mommy doesn't need to be having no debt and worried about diapers and all that too. And she does try to help, but it's just not enough. And now that she's got a promotion, I feel like she needs to take a little bit more responsibility. I've done everything I can, sweetie.
You know that I'm a double major, right?
I know that, sweetheart. But like I said,
I can't afford
London
to
is
do that.
important too. So
I know she is. That's why I leave her with you.
Right? Yeah. So what exactly is the issue? Well, she uses her money for her school loans, and I understand she doesn't want to be buried in debt. But now that she's earning more money, she needs to give me a little help. They live with me and the house is already paid off, so we don't have that expense. I know she wants to be responsible and avoid debt, but I shouldn't be the one worrying about diapers and other baby costs either. She does try to help, but it's not enough. Now that she's been promoted, I think she needs to take on more responsibility. I've done everything I can, sweetie. You know I'm a double major, right? I know that, sweetheart, but like I said, I can't. London matters too. I know she does. That's why I leave her with you.
well, just like I did a good job with raising
I
you.
leave her with you, and you leave your child with your mother and do not believe that your mother should receive some sort of financial assistance.
I feel like I give something back by being in school. Once I do get that education,
What are you
that
giving
degree,
back by being in school?
I'm giving her.
What are your plans after school?
Well, I'm majoring also in psychology, so
Okay.
I planned on opening my own clinic, doing a clinical psychologist, and then from there I could, take care of my own daughter by then. And just right now I need
And
some
move
assistance. Yeah, move out.
And your mom still takes care of the baby?
No, I could take care of the baby by then. I just need a little bit of help
You
and
can
assistance.
take care of the baby by yourself now.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate that.
So I'm still not hearing what your issue is.
My issue is just,
Because she's your mom, you don't believe you need to pay her something.
that's what I thought.
Because if you think about it, you really don't live there. You just going to sleep. Mom is taking care of the baby. You'd agree with me, right? If you're coming in at midnight, the baby is with your mom all day. You're literally coming to the house, not seeing the baby, because if it's at midnight, the baby is asleep, I'm assuming.
Right.
And you're going right back out
I
to go
tuck
to
her
school
in.
and work.
I tuck her in.
She's already tucked in, so you just pull the covers over a little higher.
I give
That's
her-
what
Well, just like I did a good job raising you. You leave your child with your mother, yet you don't believe she should receive some kind of financial assistance? I feel like I'm giving something back by being in school. Once I finish my education, What exactly are you giving back by being in school? I'm giving her. What are your plans after graduation? I'm majoring in psychology. I plan to open my own clinic as a clinical psychologist. After that, I'll be able to fully support my daughter. And you'll move out? Yes. And your mother will still take care of the baby? No, by then I'll be able to take care of her myself. I just need a little help right now. You can take care of the baby by yourself now. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate that. But I'm still not hearing what the real issue is. Your issue is that because she's your mother, you don't think you should have to pay her something. That's what I thought. If you think about it, you barely live there. You're basically just going home to sleep. Your mother is caring for the baby all day. If you're coming home at midnight, the baby is with your mom the entire day. By midnight, she's probably already asleep, and then you leave again for school and work. I tuck her in. She's already tucked in. So you just pull the covers up a little higher.
Sometimes she wakes her up, Judge, and just to play
You
with her for a
wake
little
up the
while.
baby at midnight?
Just so I can give her a kiss, read her little stories, so that way there's some sort of bonding between us, since I do work, all night long and go to school and all that.
Oh, well, that's nice. But what's going to be nicer is you're going to give your mother some of that money for taking care of your child, because she is footing the bill. She's taking care of everything. And if you think about it, technically, you're not even living with her. You're only staying there at night for a couple of hours. And the baby is with your mom. And I'm assuming this happens on the weekends too?
No, on the weekends she does stay home, and she does help. And like I said, she doesn't like that. She's not like that girl that goes clubbing and stuff. She does take that responsibility serious.
Yes.
It's just her job and school, and now she's going to work full time. Now she's going to be working more with the promotion.
Right. So I got
So
that promotion.
that kind of leaves us with a little extra money and no time, because we hardly had any time now. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like now that she's going full time.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start your child support so you can at least give mom some sort of assistance. Now, at the time that you move out of the house and you have the child on your own 100%, mom is not babysitting. Mom is not even babysitting. The child is living with your mom.
Okay.
If the child is no longer living with your mom, your daughter is with you 100% of the time, then you can come back and see me to stop child support at that time.
Okay.
But until that happens, mom is going to receive some sort of financial break, essentially, until that time happens. So it's going to be based off your income, and you just said that you make $50,000 a year now. Mm-hmm. So at $50,000 a year, that brings your gross to $4,167. Your net is $3,516.78. There is a reimbursement to Medicaid. Now, you are working full time. Mm-hmm. You have access to health insurance now?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know how much it'll cost?
I actually don't know. I don't know.
Okay, this is what we're going to do, because Medicaid reimbursement is about $375. That's based on 9% of your gross.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure your health insurance is cheaper than that for your daughter only. So what I'll do is order you to be responsible for that health insurance and give you a credit of $100 towards the health insurance, okay?
Okay.
So that'll make your monthly child support obligation $803 to your mother.
Sorry, baby. You got to learn.
Okay.
Any questions? No? No questions?
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. All right, Mr. Eugene, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Honestly, Your Honor, I don't even know why I'm here. She wants an increase in child support, and I've been keeping our son for the past 3 years.
All right, so that's why you're here.
I guess.
Yeah. You've been keeping your son for the past 3 years. Are you paying child support, or are you paying child support?
I'm paying child support.
Okay, so that's why you're here. You're trying to get off child support.
Yes, she wants an increase.
He live with you. Okay, I'll ask her to make sense of that for me. But for now, how old is your son?
10.
10 years old, lives with you. You take care of his expenses and everything like that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Health insurance?
Yes, Your Honor.
You mind if I move over to her
Please,
really
please.
quick? Because I need to make sense of why she filed this in court asking for an increase.
Well, I mean, I do buy things for my son, and it's expensive, and
All right, so does other parents. They buy things for their children,
Yeah.
and it is expensive.
yes.
So why are you here?
Well, I have a business to run, and I need his help in order to buy these things for our son.
Wait a minute. Your son lives with him
Yes, now he does, yes.
now, as in 3 years ago?
3 years.
That's not now. No, it's not. 3 years he's been living with him.
Yes.
So you want an increase in child support
Yes.
to do what exactly?
To help my son, to buy things for my son.
Right. You work, right?
Yes.
Where do you work?
I have my own business. I'm a caterer.
Caterer. How much are you making in your catering business?
About 400,000.
400 what? You came here to waste my time.
I make $40,000 a year, Your Honor.
You came here to get an increase in child support so that you can pay for your catering business.
No.
So why are you here?
Just for my son, of course.
Right, but you're maybe you're missing it. It's going like this,
Well, he
going
wants
over
to
your
stop
head.
paying the child support, and I don't think that he should stop paying. I think he
He
should pay
should
more.
stop paying if the child has been living with him for the past 3 years. Under your
Child
original
support.
court order, Mr. Eugene, give me a second. Under your original court order, you were the person that the child was living with,
Yes.
not him.
Yes.
So that means you voluntarily relinquished conservatorship over to dad.
Yes.
Right. So dad should be the person receiving child support from you.
From me.
That's what I said. That doesn't sound right to you?
No, ma'am.
Why doesn't that sound right? Because you're the mom.
Yes. And I have to buy things for my son, and I can't do it alone.
He buys things for your son.
Well, I need to do that too.
You make $400,000 a year, ma'am.
Well, I have employees and things to pay. I mean,
Okay.
I don't think that he should stop paying the child support.
What do you think he should do?
Pay me more.
Pay you more
Yes.
while your son lives with him?
Well, I still see my son.
Okay, yeah, but
And maybe once a month, you know, maybe.
Oh, I see him more often than that.
Maybe.
No,
Maybe once a month.
I see him more often.
what's more often than that?
Well, once a week. I mean, when I have my business all day, and then I do extra catering in the evenings, and so I'm just really busy. Mm-hmm. But when I'm not, then I do go visit with my son. Not once a month.
Once a month.
No.
How many other children do you have that are under the age of 18?
I don't have any other children.
Okay. Keep talking, I'm listening. I'm just taking down some notes.
I've said my piece. I want an increase in the child support.
Who pays health insurance?
I do. Yeah.
How much is it?
200.
Is that for your son only or that includes you?
That's just my son.
Okay.
I think what this started from is she may be a little upset. I'm dating her sister.
Why didn't you lead with that?
I don't know. I probably should have left it there. But
You probably should have.
yeah, I think it's resentment going on.
You think?
Maybe. Could be. I
There are
guess.
plenty of women in the world. You didn't have to go for my sister.
I mean, that is kind of outside the scope of why we're here, but she does raise a good
I
point.
mean, she.
You see why she's
I'm a
upset.
music teacher. Like she plays the clarinet
Oh, okay.
really well.
So y'all been hitting notes together.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
How long have y'all been hitting notes together?
Oh.
That's the question.
For That's
yeah,
that's
a
not to
long
be discussed
time.
today. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
40,000,
You brought it up.
400,000. Okay.
You brought it up.
Well, I mean.
Well, nobody would be paying child support because we'd still be together if you weren't with my sister.
Okay, look. You know what it is, okay? You know
Yeah,
what
you know
it
what
is.
it
And
I think everybody in here knows what it is.
so that's all I'm saying.
Mr.
It didn't work out, Your Honor.
Yeah, Mr.
She-
Eugene,
she-
I understand why she a little sour though.
Some things just
Her
happen.
sister?
Things just happen. You
Y'all
wasn't there.
just didn't happen.
You wasn't there.
Mr.
I was trying
Eugene,
to
Mr.
build my
Eugene.
business up
Excuse me,
for
ma'am.
us.
Excuse me, Mr. I do understand her frustration. Mr. Eugene, y'all just did not, by coincidence, fall on those notes, okay? That's not what happened.
I mean,
That's not what happened. Music did not lead you two together. That is wrong.
it kind of did. It was kind of like fate. I teach music. She plays the clarinet. You wasn't
Okay.
there.
I was working, trying to give us a nice life.
Okay. Well, why am I supporting the child for 3 years?
Because I had the child in the first place. You're the one that took him and then.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and make my ruling because I see this is a little deeper, well, a lot deeper than just child support. And
It ain't deep, Your
no, it is deep.
Yeah.
It is
did
definitely
wrong.
deep. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to stop Dad's child support, okay? His child support should stop. You voluntarily relinquish the child to him, okay? So that means the rights that you had in terms of the child living with you primarily, you gave that up 3 years ago. So it's only fair that Dad stop paying child support. I'm
only
going
fair.
to deny your request for an increase, okay? Dad did make a request to put you on child support. So you will start paying child support today. With your income, you're capped, right? In Texas,
so I'm
we
gonna
have a
be
cap.
paying him money
Yes,
while he's over there with my sister.
pretty much, yes.
And our son. Our son.
Okay, Mr.
need
Eugene,
to stop.
Mr. Eugene, that's not cute. Stop that. You do not have to take the knife and turn it. It's already
am his
bad
mother,
enough, okay?
not
Don't do
her.
that.
Then
Don't
be
do
there.
that.
I'm trying to be there.
Okay, as I was saying, he made the request for you to pay child support. In Texas, you're capped at $9,200 for your net resources. So your monthly child support obligation, giving you credit for the one, well, not credit, you have one child. So it's based on 20% of your income. That is going a year. And as you can see, he likes music, okay? So,
Nice people that play music.
right, he likes all of that.
Just one.
So we're just
up.
going to
Okay.
move forward, and then that's what your child support amount is going to be to him, okay? Okay, do you have any other questions? All right, do you have any other questions, sir?
No, thank you, Your Honor, for serving justice today.
You're very welcome. Although I must say, I can't believe you did that.
Sorry.
He smile like he's proud of it.
Not, not proud. She plays the clarinet with us really
Can we
well.
stop with the clarinet? I
All
don't care
right,
about the
well,
clarinet.
you know what? I don't want to hear any more music today. You both are dismissed.
He wakes the baby up just to play. You wake the baby up at midnight? Just so I can give her a kiss and read her a little story. That way we still have some kind of bonding time since I'm working all day and going to school. Well, that's nice. But what would be even nicer is if you gave your mother some of that money for taking care of your child. She's covering the expenses and handling everything. Technically, you're barely even living there. You're just sleeping there a few hours while your mother cares for the baby. I assume this happens on weekends too? No, on weekends she stays home and helps more. And she's not out partying or anything. She takes her responsibilities seriously. It's just that her job and school take up most of her time. And now she's going to be working full-time with that promotion. Right, because the promotion means a little more money but even less time. We already barely had time, and now I can't imagine how busy things will become. Alright, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start child support so you can provide your mother with some assistance. Once you move out and the child is living with you 100% of the time, and your mom is no longer providing daily care, you can come back to see me and we can stop the child support. But until then, your mother will receive some financial support since she is essentially raising the child. This will be based on your income. You said you make $50,000 a year. That makes your gross monthly income about $4,167. Your net is $3,516.78. There is also Medicaid reimbursement. Now that you are working full-time, you should have access to health insurance. Yes. Do you know how much it costs? Oh, I'm not sure. The Medicaid reimbursement is about $375, which is roughly 9% of your gross income. I'm pretty sure health insurance for your daughter alone will be cheaper than that. So I'm going to order you to provide health insurance for your child and give you a $100 credit toward that cost. That will bring your monthly child support obligation to $83 to your mother. Sorry, baby. It's a lesson you need to learn. Any questions? Well, no questions. Thank you, Judge. You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you are dismissed.